Vince Carter comes away slowly. Zamir attacking. Finds Redick. He's missed his last two after making his first two. Saved. Great hustle by Lewis. And DJ Augustine was late on the recognition of Hughes.
Yeah, he was wide open. Hughes wasn't. He threw a late and great hustle back. Good attack to get there, and that's what Vince Carter needed right there. Jameer Nelson makes a good hard attack, and he gets a little bit of a tip in to get himself going on the offensive end. But great hustle on the defensive end last time down by Rashard Lewis.
And something that he talked to Larry Brown about with his team prior to the start of the game. He said, you know, they need to recognize this is the playoffs. Every possession counts, and that was one of the cases right there.
Yes, I agree.
Muhammad, tough shot. Diaw battling. And last touch by the Magic. It's going to be Charlotte basketball. 41-37. Charlotte trying to take advantage of Dwight Howard sitting. He is an observer of this game because of 3 personal fouls.
Got him early, and that's really been the story of this series for Dwight himself. Can't stay on the floor.
Timeout on the floor. Dwight Howard. 3 fouls, 2 rebounds, 2 points.
A lot of it's because of turnovers, but even when we don't turn it over, we're not getting back and get our defense set. They're just running us around, and it's driving dish, and we're not in here. We got to take care of the ball. We got to get back and get our defense set, and when our fives go to help, we've got to be in there and get on the glass. Come on now, we got to be better than this.
11 turnovers, 5 here in the second quarter for the Orlando Magic.
Stan summed it up pretty good there. They've got to get out. They've got to stop turning the ball over. They've got to get back. They've got to get on the glass, and they just need to play better.
Charlotte's turned it over 4 times in the last 4 minutes. They have 6 turnovers now. Felton turns the corner, sends it to Jackson with Diaw. Thomas and Wallace back on the floor, stumbling into the lane, denied by Gortat. And last touch by Charlotte. It'll be Orlando basketball.
Great defense by Gortat there. Came back in, did his best Dwight Howard imitation, got himself a block shot, and plugged up the middle for the Magic.
Nelson with the Barnes, Lewis, Gortat, and Carter. Howard with 3 personal fouls on the bench. Nelson, Lewis up fake. Gets separation from Thomas and knocks down the 2.
Great move by Lewis. Again, we talked about Redick not having that, one dribble separation move. You can see where Rashard Lewis has really worked hard on that, and it's that get that separation with the 1 dribble and rise up.
6-0 run by the Magic. Open 3 for Felton. Tapped up. Thomas taps it out. And Thomas has been active.
Yes, he has kept balls alive on the offensive glass and just really been giving all that quickness he has, gives Gortat problems.
4 points, 3 rebounds. Pat Barnes. A foul. National schedule. ABC Sunday, Boston at Miami, Cleveland at Chicago as the NBA playoffs continue. And then NBA TV, Atlanta at Milwaukee, Game 4 on a Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Charlotte by 2.
Brandon Bass came in the game. They got him in there for a bigger body, put some wood on somebody, get people off of the offensive glass.
And for Bass, this is his first playoff game for the Orlando Magic, and a whistle and a 3-second violation. Bass, of course, with playoff experience with the New Orleans Hornets as well as the Dallas Mavericks last season. And a big offseason signing, although Stan Van Gundy has worked with the Bass as well as Ryan Anderson as he tries to get a fit off of the bench for his second team. Carter has struggled. 1 of 4. Barnes throws a dart. Carter, no. 1 of 5 now. Tapped out Gortat. Carter runs underneath and Bass takes it. Gortat on a handoff. Barnes, the open look. And Thomas comes down with his 4th rebound.
Great extra pass by Orlando. Just missed that 3.
Offensive foul on Thomas. And another second quarter turnover by Charlotte.
Talked about self-inflicted fouls, or you can't do it yourself. Right now, Tyrus Thomas, you can't have a turnover like that. Those just kill you coming down on the offensive end. Look right now, the Magic 0 for 8 here.
And 6 of 18 from downtown in the game. The 7th turnover by Charlotte here in this quarter, but they get it back. Wallace with a deflection. Felton the steal. Felton to the rim. No! And Raymond Felton, no, but then Thomas right there.
Oh, Cardinal sin there by Gortat, throwing the ball with your back to the playing court and not seeing where you're throwing it and throwing it underneath your basket. Not what you want to do.
And if Howard didn't have 3 personal fouls, maybe he'd be sitting next to Sam Van Gundy right now.
Yep.
Barnes denied. Thomas. And a foul. How about Tyrus Thomas?
Wow, what a block by Tyrus Thomas. I mean, it looked like he was going in for an uncontested dunk, and Tyrus came out of nowhere for that block shot. Great activity by Tyrus. Tyrus is just giving him what he needs to give him. Just energy, activity, shot blocking, second chance points.
The foul on Boris Diaw. Let's send it to Atlanta. And Ernie Johnson. Ernie?
All right, Matt, coming up shortly, the T-Mobile halftime report. You'll get a first-half breakdown from Charles and Penny. Later, Game 4 in the Suns-Blazers series. Dick Stockton, Mike Fratello, and Craig Sager have it covered. Remember to check out NBA.com for the latest on the NBA playoffs and features such as The Morning Tip by David Aldridge. Now we head back to Charlotte. Matt Devlin in cahoots with Kevin McHale.
All righty, EJ. It's a 3-point game as Petrus checks in. Barnes at the free throw line. 4 points, 2 rebounds. And it's only the Magic's 2nd trip to the line today. Nelson 1 of 1 from the line. And Barnes 3 of 3. And Howard continues to wait for the second half to start with 3 personal fouls. 2-point game. Hughes has come alive in game 3.
Double figures. They went 2 for 1 right there. They'll get the last possession in this game. So a great offensive possession by the Charlotte Bobcats, and finished by Larry Hughes knocking down his 3 for his 10th point.
The depth of Orlando, a major factor throughout the regular season and in the first 2 games, but not here in game 3. Hughes with 10 points off of the bench. Here's Petrus. Shot doesn't go. 0 of 9 from deep here in the second quarter. With that offensive rebound now, playing for the final shot of the second quarter. Nelson comes up short. First half comes to a close, and Charlotte with a 5-point lead.
Not only a 5-point lead, Matt, but they're playing with a whole different sense of purpose. They're taking care of the ball for the most part, but they're attacking the paint. They look like the Charlotte Bobcats, you know, that's the home team Charlotte Bobcats, not the road team Charlotte Bobcats.
Thomas and Hughes have combined for 16 points. Charlotte outscored Orlando 19-12 in the second quarter as we send it over to Cheryl.
Well, Raymond, you guys couldn't wait to get home because of the home crowd. Talk about your effectiveness in the first half, barring the turnovers.
Well, you know, Jameer got off to a great start, great shooting game, you know, but I think we did a great job of containing everybody else, getting Dwight in foul trouble, not let Vince or Rashad and those guys get open 3-point shots. That's why we in the lead now. Our defense is really doing the job. We just got to do a better job on screen and roll with Jameer. I got to do a better job.
And I understand the scoring has been an issue, but talk about your second unit.
They're doing a great job. Larry Hughes has really come off the bench and hit a lot of big shots for us, and that's been great. And Tyrus Thomas has come off and given us a lot of energy, so that's been really big for us.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, coming up after the break, we will be sending it down to Orlando Studios for the T-Mobile halftime report with Ernie, Kenny, C. Webb, and Sir Charles. Our score here at halftime is the Bobcats 46, the Magic 41.
And then you add in the bench productivity for the Charlotte Bobcats, specifically Larry Hughes and Tyrus Thomas, Kevin. And that's one of the reasons why, despite that great first quarter by Jameer Nelson,